Welcome to Ctrl+Alt+Build, where we control the dice, alt the meta, and build the legend. Today, we're rallying around one of the freshest classes to hit Pathfinder 2e, the Commander, from the new release, Battlecry. This is the tactician class built for players who want to do more than just roll dice and swing weapons. You're here to plan, position, and push your party to their absolute limits. We're breaking down the best ancestries, backgrounds, and archetypes to forge a commander that's as mechanically tight as they are thematically glorious. The commander is all about control, not of your enemies, but of your allies. You're the field leader, directing the flow of battle through calculated commands and perfectly timed maneuvers. Think of them as the war table strategist brought to life on the battlefield. You're still in the fight, but your power spikes when your team listens to your orders. Whether you're issuing a full offensive push or rallying behind the front line to stand strong, you are the mind behind every movement. Let's break down some of the best ancestries for the commander one by one. First up, Jotunborn. You're large, you've got 10 hit points, and you get to boost your strength. This is a commanding presence in both mechanics and theme. The rare tag does limit your access, but if your GM allows it, this is going to be a top tier for raw battlefield control. The Minotaur has 10 hit points and is large size again, but this time you get some flexibility to boost either your strength or your constitution. Now the uncommon trait does make it a little more accessible than Jotunborn, while still offering that massive frontline footprint, so this is a solid option. The Nagaji is a strong martial ancestry with 10 hit points and good melee traits. The uncommon tag applies here too, but it's a great pick if you're leaning towards more of an intimidation-based or tanky commander. Next up is the Orc. 10 hit points and 2 free attribute boosts make this one of the most versatile and accessible picks. It fits both melee and support commander builds, and with it having the common trait, that means there's no GM hoops to jump through if you want to play this ancestry. The classic, the Human. 8 hit points, but you get unmatched flexibility with your heritage and general feat access. If you want to snag early archetype feats or customize real deeply, Human is going to be your blank slate commander that can go in any direction. Now the Shisk are rare, but they're sneaky good. 8 hit points, an intelligence boost, and strong lore-based feats. This is a great option for more knowledge-driven or support-style commanders that win with strategy over just brute force. Now that we've gone through my top picks, let's take a look at some strong alternatives. First up, the Sarangi. This one's rare, but it offers solid stat options and unique ancestry feats with a strong narrative fit for a grounded stoic commander. We have the Kaholo, 8 hit points and a strength boost with ancestry feats that support physical builds. It's not going to be flashy, but it's a clean fit for battlefield commanders. The Hobgoblin, military coded to the core. You get thematic alignment with the commander's vibe, and you get some decent support from the Hobgoblin feat tree. The uncommon tag here is going to be your only hurdle. The Centaur. All right, you're fast, 30 feet of movement, and you're large. Strength boost, battlefield mobility, and the visual of a Centaur war leader is just chef's kiss. But we do need to be aware of the charisma flaw, as it might slow down some of your more social command aspects. Now, if you're leaning into dexterity-based commanders, maybe the Cat Folk is for you. You could try out a bow focus build or a magical subclass build, right? Catfolk can get you where you need to be with their speed and agility. Now, speaking not of speed and agility, the Dwarf. 10 hit points, constitution boost, and rock solid ancestry feats. Your 20 feet speed here is going to be a downside, but if you're playing a hold the line commander, that's probably not going to be too much of an issue. Now the Kitsune. You get a boost of charisma and access to illusion magic that make the Kitsune a viable choice for a more social or magic-imbued commander. Be ready to compensate for your defenses with visual misdirection. Next up is the Elf. 30-foot movement and an intelligence boost make them decent for a backline or strategic commander. However, they do only have 6 hit points and come with a constitution flaw, so of all the ancestries, this is the one you're going to struggle with in survivability. Now let's break down backgrounds that either add tactical depth, flavor, or a strong mechanical foundation. First up, the Academy Dropout. With an intelligence boost, arcana training, academia lore, and the dubious knowledge feat, this is your genius with a chip on the shoulder. brilliant, unconventional, dangerous. Second up is the Acolyte. Boost to intelligence, religion, and the scribing lore, along with the student of the canon feat. This is ideal if your commander has a bit of divine guidance or serves a divine militaristic order. All right, hear me out. Little weird on this one. Archaeologist. It would normally come with society, but we get a free skill selection instead. You get architecture lore and the additional lore skill feat. These things make for a perfect terrain savvy knowledge is power commander. Bonus points if you want to combo this with the archaeologist archetype, the barrister. You get diplomacy, legal lore, and group impression. For a commander that's a party's mouthpiece, this is going to be your smart choice. Circuit judge. Deception, legal lore, lie to me. This opens up a high charisma, socially manipulative commander who leads through wit and insight. Clock fighter is going to bring crafting and gladiatorial lore to the table with the experienced professional skill feat, meaning your commander has been in the arena, understands weapons, and treats combat like a trade. Straight out of the Battlecry book itself, the quartermaster. Intimidation, legal lore, and intimidating glare. The logistics expert, the armory officer, and the backbone of any warband. This has great synergy with battlefield support builds. The squire. Boost strength or constitution, heraldry lore, and pick up that armor assist skill feat. This is your upstart commander, trained, disciplined, rising through the ranks. The warrior. Classic. Boost to strength or constitution, warfare lore, and intimidating glare. If you want a gritty frontline brawler who leads by example, this is it. Now, whether you're using the free archetype variant or choosing one as part of your level up path, these archetypes that I'm about to present align extremely well with the commander's core identity. Let's hit them one by one. First up, Marshal. Thematic perfection. Group buffs, rallying commands, tactical coordination, it's one-to-one synergy. If you want to supercharge your party-wide impact, this is probably the most obvious and most effective choice. The Black Jacket, a personal favorite of mine. This archetype is all about flexibility. Chaining feats that allow you to plan your every move. This is going to be especially good for commanders who like having the perfect tool or perfect plan for every situation they come across. Campfire Chronicler. Now don't sleep on this one. It adds magical support and narrative flair. You're boosting your team's morale and magical defense between battles, and sometimes even during them. The Aldori Duelist. This is ideal if you want a commander who fights with one hand free for parrying, while keeping that other hand metaphorically full of battlefield orders. It's stylish, it's mobile, and it's deadly. Do you want to lead from the rear? You might want to go with Eldritch Archer. This is an archetype that gives you magical ranged pressure and excellent positioning. This is great for dexterity-based builds who want to be commanding from a distance. The Lore Master. If your commander is more of a strategist than a pure soldier, this is going to be your path. Enhanced recall knowledge, magical options, and battlefield adaptability. Intelligence-based commanders are going to shine here. Last up, the Archaeologist. It's a perfect match with the Archaeologist background. Great for exploration-heavy games or campaigns where environmental manipulation and having as much lore as possible really matters. Tactical positioning meets historical insight. The commander brings a new philosophy to Pathfinder. One where you don't need to dominate the initiative order to dominate the game. You elevate your team, you read the field, you change the tide. With the right ancestry, background, or archetype, your commander can be a frontliner, a scholar general, a ranged support unit, or the voice behind the victory. But I want to know what you think. What specific commander builds do you want to see next? Want a mounted battle leader, a necromancer tactician, a no-nonsense war sergeant with a glaive and a growl? Drop your ideas in the comments. Let's build the next legend together. And as always, if you've enjoyed your time here, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. Until next time, control the dice, alt the meta, build the legend. I've been Nicholas, your virtual GM. Thanks for watching.